We're going to make a Girl Scout gnome. This is an example of the finished product, Girl Scout, because of the lovely green hair. When you open up, these are your instructions. Some of the things that you're going to need that you may have at home is some scissors, just in case you have to do any trimming. You got a packet that had paint and glue. We don't need the glue for this, the paint for this one, but we do need the glue. So I'll put the paint aside. You'll also need your paintbrush to use with your glue. Your packet looked like this. It had all your contents, we hope. Inside, you will have glue dots. You'll have a piece of red felt, which is the hat, and this hat's pretty obvious. It's just a cone shape. You have a very expensive toilet paper roll and a wooden ball, which will be his nose, and last but not least, this beautiful green beard that goes all around his head. Okay. What you want to do is put aside, and you're going to work with your tube first. Open up your paint. Make sure you're on a surface that's covered, whether you work on a plate or this is just some paper I covered my table with, so that you don't get glue all over the place. This is a washable Elmer's glue, but still. Go ahead and take your fur. Notice that one end's, the fur kind of hangs down and the other doesn't. You want the part to hang down to be the bottom. So he sits like this. Kind of reminds me of Cousin It from the Addams Family. Put it fur side down. You want this rough side up because that's what you're going to glue to. You're going to take your tube, and you want to be really liberal with this. You guys will love this because you can get messy with the glue. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of, because you got to get a lot on here to get it started. So I'm going to pick it up in the middle, spread my glue out. Now this glue doesn't dry quickly, so you've got a little time. If on this one I also put, if you have a hot glue gun, you can do this with a hot glue gun, but this is so much funner, don't you think? You can go putting all this goopy glue everywhere. You want to surround the whole tube with glue. And I've just spilled a little bit, so I'm doing pretty good. All right, I'll put just a little more here so that my entire tube, and all you need to do is just make sure it covers it. Doesn't have to be neat. It's got a hold on that green fur. Okay, you'll notice my whole tube is covered with glue so that my fur will stay on. You also will want a cup of water so you can keep your glue in there. Now, I'm gonna lay this in here and just start. Pull this up, gluing it down, and then I'm going to roll it the rest of the way until it overlaps. That will be the back, is where you would like the overlap to be. There's the body of your gnome, so it should sit like this. I'm going to get the glue out of the way because there's plenty of green fur all in it. The next part's going to be the hat. You want to put the nose on last because you want it to be able to kind of almost come out from under the hat. So the hat needs to go on first. You'll notice it wraps around like this. What I'm doing is wrapping it around so I can give myself an idea of exactly how much overlap I have. Next I'm going to do is take it and start using my glue dots. This one is messy because the fur does want to come off everywhere. So you also might want to get yourself some masking tape when you're done to clean up all the fur that's going to be all over the place. All right, when you're using glue dots, you should go ahead and peel back. You have to kind of look in the light. This side is where the dots are. Instead of trying to peel them off and make a mess of them, what I want to do is take them, I'm going to put 3 dots to connect this together. So I'm going to put one at the base and peel that off. At least that's what I think I'm going to do. good as planned. The next one I'm going to put right here in the center. See if we can get this one to behave a little better than the other one did. I'm going to peel the paper. These glue dots really like this paper. They don't want to come off of it. There we go. Use these two. I've got a little bit of glue here. I'm going to use that at the top, I believe, because you really don't need a whole dot. Now, if you're using a glue gun, what you would do is you would take and put a line. So I'm going to kind of show you. You take and put a line. And then what I want to do is form this around the head. Remember the back, the seams in the back. I'm going to put this around first, and then I'm going to come over with this side and overlap. Now I showed y'all with both. Just be careful, that glue will be hot. Tuck that under, and there's the hat. Now the next is the wooden ball. It's got holes. Some people suggest for the holes so you don't have what looks like a pig nosed. If you want that, you could have it. But if you don't, you can put the dots to either side to kind of hide it. Or I even put it up and down and try to hide the hole up under the hat. If you're using the glue dots, you want to once again just peel back and stick. So I'm going with the up and down. And you want to stick the glue dot to the wooden ball. Really press it in and then peel it back. The paper, we're lucky, this whole dot will be on this wooden ball. And these glue dots do separate. They're actually perforated, so you can use them one at a time. There's my glue dot on my wooden ball. I'm going to take it, and I want it to go kind of under. I'm putting the little nose there and sticking them right there. If you're using the glue gun, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here, because this fur is a little loose with that glue dot. I'm going to put a little bit right there. Put my glue dot down. And then place my hat. So it covers the hole and then gives him that nice little gnome look. This one sits on the table. You could obviously put a pin and hang it up if you wanted to, but I thought it was very cute sitting down. Now you have your very own Girl Scout gnome.